Good morning, this is Keloland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Wall woman is dead after a crash near Wall Drug Tuesday afternoon. Authorities say it happened just after 4:30 in a downtown parking lot.
A car backed into a wood fence before speeding across the street and hitting a light pole. The 58-year-old died from her injuries.
A man wanted for multiple crimes was arrested last night, ending a nearly week-long manhunt. 35-year-old Cody Dittman was wanted for 2 incidents, including an officer-related shooting in South Dakota.
The other happened in Nebraska, where he's accused of domestic assault and false imprisonment. Efforts by the Oglala Sioux Tribe Police and federal agents led to Dittman's capture.
An investigation into a burglary at a Sioux Falls business led police to a couple of teenage suspects believed to be involved in more than 20 crimes.
Back in February, 3 people were seen going in and out of an East Side vape shop with bags of merchandise. Court documents say one of the burglars shot at police, then they all ran off, leaving behind a stolen car. Inside the car, authorities say they found a cell phone that contained pictures and videos of the teens with several different stolen guns.
Court documents say those images linked the teens to numerous cases, including burglaries, shootings, and stolen vehicles. Because the suspects are all under the age of 18, police cannot release any additional information on the case.
Now let's get a check of this morning's forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt. Supposed to be another warm day out there, Scott.
We are looking at temperatures in the 70s and 80s as the above average temperatures continue for today. And this is something that'll last straight through this weekend and going through at least the first half of next week. We'll have a high of 82 in Sioux Falls, 79 in Mitchell, 76 in Watertown, Brookings, and Marshall, 73 today in Worthington, 82 in Pierre, and 80 in Rapid City. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. As summertime approaches in Keloland, the Sioux Falls Community Blood Bank says so does the need for more blood donors. Starting Monday, you can donate blood during the Flying for Life blood drive.
The Bloodmobile will be parked outside the Keloland TV studios in downtown Sioux Falls. Organizers say increased summer activities can present uncertainty.
When we would wind up using blood in situations of a car accident or maybe a water accident or something like that, we always want to be prepared.
The Community Blood Bank staff says 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives.
A local theater group is making some major changes. The Premier Playhouse in downtown Sioux Falls is relocating its center of operations from the Orpheum Theater to a larger space across the street in the Rock Island Plow Building.
The nonprofit is also streamlining its programming into 3 divisions: the main stage series at the Orpheum with significantly reduced ticket prices, the underground series including performances at popular downtown venues, and the artist development series.
Our Artist Development Series, that's an evolution of our education program where we're going to be offering more opportunities for teen actors and adult actors, really focusing on educating our community on the kind of things that they want to do in the performing arts world. And that series itself will also have programs and performances.
The Premier Playhouse is also looking to raise $30,000 in matching donations to fully support the first year of the expansion.
The nonprofit is hosting a fundraiser cabaret this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at Club David in downtown Sioux Falls.
There's a number of ways to get involved with a Latino culture celebration this weekend. The Cinco de Mayo Falls Park Fiesta is this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Organizers are still looking for volunteers to help clean up after. The event benefits Caminando Juntos, a ministry of the Presentation Sisters.
Right here by the shelter, there'll be 11 food vendors set up, a lot of craft vendors, a wonderful kids zone, and lots of activity and things for the whole family to be able to do.
The event will feature live music, food trucks, and a dog fashion show.
The celebration is free and parking maps will be provided.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather picture today, warm weather and just the start of a very warm forecast, if not hot at times. We're looking at temperatures today, though, in the upper 70s to near 80-degree levels. Mitchell, Sioux Falls, and Huron all in that category. just a little bit cooler across portions of southwestern Minnesota, but not by a lot. I do expect that as we go into tonight and tomorrow, dry skies again for most of us. Let's keep an eye on the west and southwest. There's a chance of a couple of showers or thunder showers to develop tomorrow in and around Hot Springs and that southwestern corner of South Dakota. Also, you'll notice a couple of blips there north of Marshall. There's a weak frontal system moving through. It's not impossible to catch at least a couple of areas on radar with that feature, but I think it looks to be fairly minimal. And then the clouds will break up from that. Saturday, we turn the corner, and here we go. We're going to really start to warm up. Widespread upper 80s near 90-degree levels in the central part of South Dakota. Sioux Falls will probably be in that range too, a high of 88. And on Mother's Day, the wind is even, I would say, more of a factor. It's a dry heat, too. It's going to really crank up in the afternoon, close to 40 miles an hour, and temperatures into the 90s. So that is definitely going to be drying things out quickly. But happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you'll have a chance to do some things outside, but just make sure your pacing is counting for the weather, because you definitely want to make sure that you're staying hydrated and, yeah, trying to stay ahead of all that heat, as the European model is suggesting even maybe mid-90s in central South Dakota. By the end of this cycle of weather, I think most of us will agree we could use some cooler weather and some rain. So how does that happen? Well, we've got to wait until at least Wednesday of the upcoming week here. And then let's see what that storm system out to the west does. You can see that trough is pulling into Wyoming. Pretty decent low there. There's some rain on the backside. One big question we have on this one is how much Gulf moisture gets wrapped up into it. Is there enough time for that to recover? You'd think so after 3 or 4 days of south winds, but you have to remember that there's some other blocking mechanisms on the Gulf Coast that's preventing some of that from reaching the northern plains. So there is some rain there, some thunderstorms on the front side of the low, some wraparound rains on the back side. There's another trough trying to develop next weekend. So the weekend going into the 17th and 18th of May. And that one, let's just see how that forms as well. That'll be a pretty critical time window to catching some rain, especially after all this wind. There's Sunday, Mother's Day itself, and 40 plus on some of those winds. That makes us enjoy today light winds. Sioux Falls only 5 to 10 with a high nearing 80 or 82 there. And that's the coolest high in the 7-day forecast. Upper 80s to near 90 until Wednesday of next week. So that's a hot, dry stretch of weather. Aberdeen also quite hot, 90 Sunday, 90 on Monday and Tuesday. Overnight lows in the 60s. Here in central South Dakota looks like low to mid 90s on Sunday and Monday. I really don't see much of a difference in central South Dakota until maybe Wednesday, and then that's when things start to break up. And there is a chance of rain, Rapid City on day 7. So keep watching that. More details online at KETHLELAND.com.